Y'all, I wanted to have a real life woman to woman, and maybe even some men out there, maybe y'all are watching this conversation, but this is my video towards the whole reaction towards just the information that came out overnight, as far as like with the whole Queen drama and her sister Tina back saying something or whatever. Usually I don't never report on this or whatever, or even talk about this, but after seeing something so much, I felt like I wanted to just speak out and address a lot of different things that I feel personally that, you know, whether you're a Queen supporter or viewer, subscriber, fan, I feel like a lot of people, you know, actually helped push her into possibly a more damaging situation, because I really feel like, you know, when it's people out there, whether you do music or whatnot, even speaking of myself, like when we have supporters and fans, sometimes they love us so much that they don't really want to tell us the truth. Now, I'm not saying that makes them bad or anything, but, you know, I want the type of supporters, I've always wanted the type of supporters where, you know, I want y'all to cheer me on. I want y'all to rock with me and all that other stuff and play my music or whatever. But I don't want you always to cheer on if you actually see me doing something that you're like, girl, you know, you ain't got no business doing, or just out here looking crazy. I would want somebody to literally address me or talk to me like, you know, pull me to the side like, Meek, what's up, boo? You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. But I really wanted to have this conversation because what I realized over Queen's new relationship, just like from tad bits that I've seen through social media or even just on YouTube world in general, you know, I feel like a lot of things moved entirely too fast. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like the whole scandal and cheating affair or situation that happened with her and her ex-husband Chris, I really felt that a lot of people led them up as far as led them into a divorce. No, don't get me wrong, I get it, Chris's actions is what caused the divorce, but I feel like that, you know, the fans and everyone else with the negativity or even if they thought that they were doing her a favor by saying, you know what, leave your husband, I felt like, you know, those little pieces or those people, they did add on top of the damage that was already done, obviously. You know, a lot of people, I didn't really see too many people like, you know, Queen, I get that you know, your man has cheated, maybe not one time, maybe not two times, you know, but maybe try some canceling, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe try some different methods, you feel what I'm saying? Especially because from what I've seen and what I've known, Queen is, you know, a very spiritual or Christian lady or woman, right? So with that being said, you know, even like with the Bible and marriage, and not even about to get even real spiritual, but it does say or state something along the lines, I'm not going to just quote it directly, but, you know, basically, you know, you keep on trying, basically, you know what I'm saying? Unconditional love, even through the good, bad, the ugly. That's what you state in your vows, right? I feel like a lot of people didn't, you know, voice their opinions that actually shouldn't have probably voiced their opinions, or even maybe information was taken to her and maybe she went with the opinions of others who maybe weren't in a marriage, you know what I'm saying? And that's not to say that, you know, if you're single, like your opinion means no good. It just means to say and goes to say that if you're married, you know, if you are looking for marital advice, you should go to, you know, successful marriages or something that you could desire for yourself or see for yourself. I feel like that's what it should have been done, as opposed to, you know, just going with the masses and like, oh, okay, he cheated, like I'm calling this cuts immediately, you know what I'm saying? Because truth be told, a lot of you all's parents are still married, whether it be 30, 40, 20, 50 years, and truth be told, you know, a lot of infidelity has went on in your parents' marriages. Maybe your mom or maybe your dad is getting cheated on right now. Check on her, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people in longer relationships, and no, this does not mean that you should stay if you're being cheated on. However, in this world, right, there's a lot of temptation, there's a lot of devils, there's a lot of demons, and when you sign up for a marriage, you are signing up to become one with someone. That means when they're not always strong, you're strong. Maybe y'all are both weak. You feel what I'm saying? Maybe y'all are both strong. Maybe he's always strong and you're always weak, or vice versa. But at the end of the day, you sign up to become one, be on one accord. And in this life, if you're not praying over your mate, or if you're not ultimately attached or even yoked, or even, you know, if you're not willing to even see the good as opposed to always seeing the bad, maybe you're not going to push forward. You know, I can't really say I'm not in that marriage. I'm in my own marriage, you know. But what I know is, to me, you know, I do get that they're younger, you know, And that maybe that is why, of course, there wasn't, you know, the proper steps as far as like, hey, let's try to make this, you know, if we could try to make this work, whether that was, you know, maybe we need some time off YouTube. Maybe we need some time off social media. Maybe we need to really get back to the basics, you know, before the YouTube money, before the fame money. Maybe we need to get back that and really try to dig deep into that. I feel like nobody really pulled Queen to the side and really had those type of conversations with her. It was more just so of, yeah, leave him. Okay, we all then seen Queen, you know, start developing into a new, you know, direction as well as their relationship rather soon, which, you know, honestly speaking, again, no one else properly pulled her to the side, or not in the public anyways, and said, hey, you know, you know, slow down, like, come on, get to know yourself, get to love yourself. What did you learn from your last relationship? You know, a lot of different things. Because even with me, even viewing her old videos with her and Chris, right? If you look at some of those videos, and I mean really look, not just look to just be entertained or see what's going on in the video, but look at body language, look at conversations. You know, that was the real Queen back then, where she often always just be like, you love me, or am I pretty? Those are insecurities showing on camera, you know what I'm saying? And not to say that no woman has insecurities. We all have insecurities. But what I'm saying is that was the real her, you know? So it is evident and clear that probably some insecurities do linger there. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that, you know, just bash her, but that's just honestly speaking from what I've examined, from what I see, and from what I could tell. Which only insecurities will allow you to feel like you need to get out of marriage and rush into another relationship with someone you really don't even know. And let's be honest, you really don't even know Clarence. You know, I know y'all got to know each other since you've been pregnant and over time, but y'all are just now getting to know each other, as opposed to y'all should have got to know each other and then perhaps let's go ahead and create this family. But that's another story for another day. But I really feel like, you know, a lot of people, instead of just saying like, oh, Clarence is sexy and oh, y'all make a cute couple, yeah, show Chris and whatever. I feel like, sorry, y'all had a call. I feel like a lot of people, you know, ran with that as opposed to, sorry, it's coming through the speaker. A lot of people ran with that as opposed to saying, hey, sis, you know, Queen, yo, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You just got out of a situation where you were quote unquote cheated on. Give your time to heal. Give yourself some time to heal. Better yet, give your time some self to be around your son. You know what I'm saying? Because before she actually become more involved with her son now, she really wasn't like technically all the way, you know, all like, you know, her videos, this was, and that's a known fact. If y'all can look at the videos, you know, there, of course she's his mom, but you know, there could have been moments where she could have actually increased or developed their relationship more, as opposed to, you know, just giving her energy, her time, her space into another being. And, you know, like I said, that is just something that a lot of us, you know, whether we support somebody or whether we're just on the outside looking in, for example, a lot of us are not willing to say, you know what, I mess with you, but you know, I wanted to say this to you. And it's not to bash you or not to hurt you or anything like that, but it is out of love. You know, I don't know if you have real friends around you. I don't know your circumstances. I don't know none of that. But I know from the decisions or whatnot that, you know, ultimately, you know, it's off to me. It's really off. You know, whether it's her sister coming forward every other month or every 3 months and like, you know, speaking out, or, you know, family issues or whatever. And me, I'm the type to like, okay, if family members are doing this every other month or whatever, sometimes it could be for the money, for the fame, just for views. Sometimes it could actually be the truth, you know, and sometimes we got to take that into accountability, because at the end of the day, you know, whether it's your favorite YouTuber, whether it's your favorite music artist, whoever, at the end of the day, even if you're on camera watching them, you technically don't know them, you know, so you don't really know who they are when the cameras go off. You only know them for when the cameras is on and what they give you. And with that being said, it's like, you know, I think it's gotten too far. I think by now we all can see it from the outside looking in that, you know, it doesn't really seem like this is a true love story. And when I say that, I don't see soulmate. I don't see none of that. I actually see something more worse than that. I see another situation of a girl who is looking for love so much that she's willing to accept and do whatever, be whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's getting out of a marriage, rushing into a relationship, allowing him to, even enter you raw, you know what I'm saying, and having another child, you know, like I personally, you know, I can't say, because, you know, we all have made our own wrong choices, including me. I can't necessarily say like, you know, girl, you shouldn't have had no other kid that fast, especially when I have my own set of kids, you know what I'm saying? Whether they came fast, whether they came slow, at the end of the day, you know, I don't have that right as a person or a woman to just be like, girl, you should have slowed down, even though, you know, maybe not so much on the kid part, but what I can say is, yeah, girl, you should have slowed down. Like, you should have got to really learn who this person was, because I just see so much change as far as just viewing her now. Like, she's not as genuine as it once was, right? And I don't know if that's because money changed, situations changed, or maybe her guard's up and it's just made her or created her to be a different person. But what I do know is that, you know, every time somebody disagrees with that couple or disagrees with Clarence, I know that he's known for, like, you know, let me just go against what you have. You know, if I'm going to dog you, I'm going to talk about what you don't got. Oh, look at us rocking these brands, you know, and that right there is just immature to me. Because at the end of the day, money or designer wear, it doesn't make anybody. At the end of the day, you know, corny is corny, and to me, it's corny. I feel like that. I don't feel like it's genuine. I feel like there's a lot of different issues going on with them, and I think, you know, actually towards this last month, even viewing some of the videos that I've seen others share or whatnot, I see a disconnect. I see a disconnect, and I feel like, you know, she jumped in and he was the one, you know, in that moment, in that season when she was down and out, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think that he's gonna be the one, you know, and I could be wrong, but, you know, I just don't see it. I don't see it. I feel like everything was moved so fast. I feel like if this young man, he truly respected her, he truly loved or idolized her, I feel like a lot of things would not have been rushed. You know what I'm saying? If you want to show that you love or really like somebody, why pop a kid in them? Why not show them other things in the life before, like, you know, show her marriage again? I mean, hell, y'all already making families and kids. Why not go ahead and just show her marriage again? You know, I feel like there's a lot of things that has to be learned from him. He's watching him, I can't even watch him. He's so I'm goofy, I'm silly, but he's too childish. He's too, like, I can't watch him. He's so boring. Like, I'm sorry, he's boring to me. Sorry. But at the end of the day, you know, that's neither here nor there. But anyway, so I just feel like, you know, it's a lot of different steps that I just don't agree with. Even on that one vlog I seen of theirs where it's like Queen's mom made her something to eat, but she didn't even walk into the house. This lady just got finished cooking. It looked like a Thanksgiving meal again. But she just got finished cooking, and then you have her sit in the car and you meet her down, and then it's like, you know, and even in her mom's eyes, it was like, oh, I could just see a motherly thing, like, oh, I just wish you can get it. I wish I can reach out and hug you, but I love you. You know what I'm saying? I love you. And I feel like that's what was going on, you know. And I don't know if her mom's even try to reach out to her and tell her about herself, or just tell her, like, baby, like, come on, where's the old queen? I think a lot of people, even her fans, you know, even though they are going with the wave and they're going with the journey and they're watching things unfold, I think a lot of her fans are truly wanting the old queen back. Y'all see that this isn't the old queen. This is not even queen. I know people grow up. I know people change. People get mature. But come on. Come on. Like, a lot of people celebrated, praised something that should have not even been praised in the first place. No woman should get out of a marriage. We're not talking about her and Chris was boyfriend and girlfriend. They were married. No woman should directly get out of a marriage, go with another man that they met on YouTube, and go have a baby, and now we have a family channel. Now we're just perfect. Like, it don't work like that. That's not, in a realistic world, it don't work like that. Maybe in Netflix movies, that works like that, but not in the realistic world. And now I think things are slowly starting to just come out. And I feel like even more things are going to be coming out. I feel like even with Queen, her emotions are about to change. She's had her baby. Congratulations on that. But her emotions are about to be changing. She's about to be noticing things head on, if she doesn't even notice it already and is fighting it. But she's about to be feeling things for real as a woman. She's going to have those moments where it's like, she's going to be reflecting on everything like, dang, I know she was in a rush to have a baby. I get it. You want to lock this young man down, or he want to lock you down because y'all want it to work. Y'all want it to force it. At the end of the day, that's what it is. Y'all want to force it. But the thing about it is, think about the power of withholding. Think about if you never let him do that. Think about it. You know what I'm saying? I know you're like, well, but this, I had to do it this time because this is what's going to keep them. Think about it. Like, come on, man. It's not rocket science. I mean, rocket science is like, I just don't think it's gonna, I just don't. I really don't. I'm looking at it and I'm like, it just feels so forced. It just feels so fake. It just feels ungenuine in everything that they do, everything that they say, everything that they try to do. You know, whether it's one moment we're just friends, we're not really nothing, or the next moment we don't do this lovey-dovey stuff on camera because that's not really who we are, to now we do it. Like, it's just so much stuff. I know a lot of people are doing overtime and extra to get YouTube checks. I get that. And big ups to y'all, because y'all were able to change y'all's whole life just off of YouTube, you know, which a lot of us, you know, would love that. You feel what I'm saying? But there are ways to go about it being genuine. There are ways to do it without looking crazy at the end of the day as well. But at the same time, it's just like, you know, her sister Tina came out, posted some snaps and was like, you know, some things are going on, some family drama. And even with that, it's like, come on, Clarence, you're not even married to this woman. I get that this is your son, but to tell the mother of Queen, who brought Queen into this life, who without her mother, you wouldn't actually be with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, you wouldn't even know a Queen. You wouldn't even have a baby with Queen. To tell her mama like that she can't see the son, or just, you know, having some, it just doesn't seem like he's really, you know, interested in being a part of the family or whatever. It just seemed like there's alternative, excuse me, things that are aligned to have him attached to Queen. You know, whether it's as personal gains, who knows? I guess we'll know that down the line. But it doesn't feel like that he's really genuinely about Queen. Because if you're about Queen, you would be about her family. Whether that's, nobody says that you all have to be besties, but come on, a birth, this is our grandchild, you know, and it's obvious some things obviously are going on, or else, you know, her sister would not have made it, because she would have made those statements, because there would have been no need. Who would just go to Snapchat to, you know, make statements that, you know, your mom can't see the kid if your mom can't see the kid, you know? And it's just like, even from, you know, just so much control. I know there's so many YouTube videos now where it's like, is Queen being controlled? Is Queen being controlled? I absolutely believe she is. I really feel like that he has some controlling narcissism issues. I don't know what it is, but I don't feel like that she has a voice as a woman. I think it's clear, because she hasn't had a chance to know herself, love herself, and really know who she is. You know, she just got to a point to probably where she's even, you know, feels that she's actually as pretty as she is. Because again, if you look in her past videos with Chris, she used to always, the insecurities was there. They were there. Even when he made that video and was like, you know, Queen is very sensitive and, you know, insecure and all that. You know, that was in the videos. He didn't even have to say it. But anyways, I just feel like, you know, things were rushed, and I feel like a lot of people avoided that. And I do feel like now that this baby is in the world, it changes things, especially when you're not soulmates, especially when you barely know people, especially when you barely have any foundation. I get you might have money, but money does not equal foundation, stability, or anything in between, you know. And, you know, nothing comes out of forced love. Nothing comes out of forced lust, you know. And I feel like a lot of things are going to be changing. A lot of different emotions are going to be unraveling. And I do think that eventually that, you know, we'll see that it's not going to end how everyone imagines it going to end. You know, I don't feel like it's going to be this long drawn out situation. Is long term, there's marriage, whatever. I do, however, feel like, you know, if there was a marriage involved, it's going to be for YouTube. I do think that, because a lot of people are doing stuff for YouTube. So I do think that probably even the baby probably could have been for YouTube. Who knows? But, you know, I think that she was vulnerable. I think she was in a situation where she was hurt, like a lot of us women. When we get hurt, we like to go to do different tactics as far as get backs, and we end up actually making ourselves look crazy or making ourselves feel worse. You know, nothing comes from get backs. That's why I believe that, I'm a firm believer, if somebody does something to you, allow that person to do something to you. Walk away if you need to, but don't get to the level of revenge, because then you have two idiots instead of just one idiot, you know. And then you can't, at the end of the day, we as women, we can't do the same thing as men without looking crazy. For one, who wants to look crazy? You know, somebody has to step up and be the adult and say, you know what, yeah, you did your dirt, but I'm not even gonna do get backs, because There's a such thing as karma. There's a such thing as God. Whether you believe in the God in the sky, whether you believe in a little gold Buddha, you know, it doesn't matter. Yeah, at the end of the day, there is karma, and there are other ways to get back at people as opposed to you personally doing the get back. But, you know, I'm just saying, you know, based off of my opinion, what I feel like, you know, she doesn't have true people in her corner. I feel like she does have people around her for the attention, for the views, for the come up. A lot of people speak out, but they don't ever speak out of the truth. You know, as a woman, it would happen too fast. It happened too fast. As a woman, you haven't known this man that long. Y'all are just now getting to know each other for real. I know your sister even put out that something about y'all been knowing each other for 2 years, but that's weird, because 2 years ago it was with Chris. So I hope it wasn't one of those things where both parties was cheating, because if both parties open the doors to cheating, and if that is intentionally the reason why you left, you know, that would be confusing, because y'all definitely both could have worked that out, especially if both of you all opened that door for Satan to come in and do whatever he wanted to do, which he did ultimately get the victory, because y'all aren't no longer. And so I get it. Some people's marriages end. Some people get married young and it's not supposed to be. Some people get married old and it's not supposed to be. And I do understand that things change or whatnot. That's why things, you know, if you really aren't sure that the person that you're with is the one, that's why you don't say yes. You don't say yes. You don't put yourself in a situation to start a union. You don't get married. Marriage is not to be played with. Marriage is very sacred. And I think the highest of marriage, and I never want to play with marriage, and I don't like when other people play with marriage, because I'm in a serious marriage and I take my marriage very, very seriously. But I don't think it's one to be played with. I think if you have doubts, if you have fears, if you have issues with commitment, trust, whatever it is, or whatever it might be, I feel like you should stay boyfriend and girlfriend, baby mama and baby daddy, friends and friends, lovers and lovers, but don't be married. You know, don't be married. And I feel like you got issues. You need to work it out before you bring anybody else into a damaging situation. If you have issues, do not bring somebody else and damage them along with you, or make them suffer so that they ultimately have to keep on, you know, being your prop. You know, find your backbone, find your voice, and really figure out what's going on. Figure out why is different situations coming about. Figure out yourself. Figure out how to love yourself and fix it. You know, fix it. It's never too late to fix anything. As long as you have life in you, as long as you are living and everything in between, and as long as you're good and healthy, you have a means and a way to fix anything in life if you want it to be fixed, right? So ultimately, again, this is just my opinion. What do you all think? Do you all think that they move too fast? Do you think, oh, it's just one of those things, family dramas? I get people have family drama all the time. A lot of people are dysfunctional. Families are dysfunctional, some more than others, you know. But other than that, you know, what do y'all think? Let me know in comments below.